So, I was in a little car accident. Yeah. I just kind of want to share this story with you, my experience, and kind of document this. So, as I've talked about in previous videos, I've been going up and down between San Jose and my parents' place pretty frequently, like every week for work. So Thursday, I got off of work and I started to drive back home. This is Thursday, May 7th. And I am about 30 minutes out from my house, and then I come across this bridge that kind of curves a little bit. And it's not a massive bridge, it's not a big bridge or anything like that. It's just there's just a ditch, that's all there is. And as I'm going across this bridge, I see this silver car pull up next to me, kind of matching my speed in the fast lane. I'm in the slow lane, he's matching my speed, going maybe a little bit faster, and this guy starts to drift into my lane. Now, I don't know if it was a drunk driver or if it was just somebody who was being reckless or just did not see me somehow. And as he is getting closer and closer into my lane and getting closer to me, I start to move, try to avoid getting hit by him. So I start to, I start to drift off the side of the road. We're on this bridge and my car ends up scraping against the guardrail of the bridge. And the passenger airbags deployed and we were on the tail end of the bridge, and so I get off and I pull off on the side of the road. And as I'm sitting there, I am just trying to get my bearings together, pretty stunned, pretty in shock. The airbags were pretty gnarly, but just trying to do like a self-check, make sure I'm okay, make sure, I'm functional. And it was super cool that my car automatically called emergency services, and it actually gave me the option to pick up and talk to somebody. So I actually, picked up my phone, talked to somebody, and he said, "What do you need? How can we help you?" He said, "Do you need emergency services? Do you need, a CHP officer?" I said, "Well, a CHP officer would be great. I may need a tow truck." And he said, "Okay, we don't offer a tow truck." And I was like, "All right, whatever. I'll deal with the tow truck later. That's fine." I hadn't assessed damage yet. And he pretty much goes, "All right, great, CHP, they're on their way, and they'll come help you." And I was like, "Great, fantastic." So at this point, it was time to get out and assess the damage of the car. And I was pretty much expecting my whole front right corner of my passenger side, I was expecting that to be pretty much destroyed. And I found that the only damage done to the car was that both of my passenger wheels were scraped up pretty good. There was a little part of my front bumper that got kind of scraped up too, and then the toe kick on the bottom of the car. That was it. That was all the damage. I think the airbags really made it a lot worse than it really was, because I was like, oh shoot, my car is wrecked. But I got out and minimal damage. And so at this point, I'm pretty much just waiting for CHP to get there. And Highway Patrol then gets there, they show up, and he says, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need to go to a hospital?" And I was like, "No, I'm good, I'm okay. I don't need to go to a hospital." And so he gets on his radio and starts canceling things. And the officer then looks at me, he goes, "So yeah, we were gonna get a helicopter for you to get you out of here." I was like, "Oh, wow." And it made sense, because normally with anything associated with a drunk driver or anything like that, it's that does not normally end well. So then the CHP officer starts to then take my information for a report, all that good stuff. And the fire department shows up. Those guys were pretty cool. They said, "Hey, you okay? You good?" They're checking in on me as well. So I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. We're fine." And they were like, "Hey, we got EMS coming. Do you want them to take a look at you just to make sure?" I was like, "Actually, you know what? I'm okay." All I had was pretty much some ringing in my ears from the sound of the airbag. But other than that, that was it. And I made sure I was cognitively okay. I was physically okay. There was nothing that was in major pain. So I was I was pretty confident I was good. So then I saw EMS drive by, I saw the fire department, they went on their way as well, and then it was just me and the CHP officer. And so the CHP officer finishes taking my information, he goes, "All right, well, is the car still operational? Do you still feel comfortable to drive?" And I was like, "Yeah, I still feel good. It's if the car still runs, it's not that big of damage. If the car had more damage or something was off, I would not have felt as comfortable." And in my mind, I'm kind of thinking, I gotta get home somehow. And so the CHP officer and I parted ways, and I drove my way home. So then I got home, parents also took a look at the damage, and we pretty much were like, all right, well, tomorrow is gonna be an interesting day with the insurance company. So we kind of go to bed, kind of get some sleep, and then we get to Friday. And to say the least, I was really not looking forward to talking with the insurance company. But that morning, my mom and I, we got on the phone with the insurance company, and they actually made things very easy. They made things so easy that, in one day we got a file claimed, an adjuster signed, and we got the damages appraised. All of that in one day. The insurance company told me that this process would maybe take 1 to 2 business days. My friends have even told me that that process may take longer than that. And we took the car to some local auto body shops to see what their pricing and their bid would be. We got bids from them, so it was like, there was a lot done on Friday that just helped ease my worries and my anxieties of the whole thing. So that's kind of where we're at this point. Tomorrow, Monday, when you're watching this video, hopefully we will have a good idea of what body shop we're going to, how much this is going to cost, and we kind of get the ball rolling on repairs already. But for all this to happen within the span of like a couple days, like that's pretty good. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And as I kind of process this situation, process this event that happened, it's hard because we can't control a whole lot. We can't control the events that occur around us, but we can control how we react. And I can choose to react in, being fearful or being frustrated and, with anxiety and just being frustrated the whole time, or move on, learn from this, and continue to, keep moving forward. And I mean, that's what this channel is all about. It's all about moving forward, no matter what curveballs are thrown at us, we continue to move forward and press on. And so even though there's a lot of things that are out of my hands and out of my control, I'm going to move forward. I'm going to continue to move on, and, tomorrow's a new day. The world isn't ending. But, also just choosing to respond in gratitude. I'm super grateful for everybody, the first responders, CHP, firefighters, EMS, everybody that was involved in that was fantastic. And then even to the insurance companies for being just so responsive and being so fast with this. Has been fantastic, and I'm super grateful for that, and grateful that I'm not in that ditch. This could have been so much worse. I got off very lucky, and also being grateful for this minimal damage on the car. Like it's not a whole lot. I was surprised, but yeah, I don't really know how to wrap this all up, but it's a learning experience. I've never been through anything like this before. I've never had to deal with insurance companies firsthand like this before, so this has been quite an experience for me. So trying to stay optimistic, trying to stay positive, trying to learn from the situation, and trying to see what I could take away from it. And if there's any takeaway from this, honestly, not every day is guaranteed. It isn't, and I am so lucky and grateful that I did not end up, off that side of the bridge, or that other guy didn't hit me and now both of us got hurt. I got off very lucky, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to end this. I mean, it's more me just wanting to kind of document this and share this with you. It's one of those things that, life happens, and you just got to keep moving forward. It's what this channel is all about. So that was my my car accident experience. Kind of an interesting one, honestly, and still not done yet. But if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. You're a champ. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. And although this was a kind of different type of video, we're gonna go back to normal videos that you're used to on this channel here very soon. But again, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.